What's good, y'all? Welcome to the first video of Sueño Reacts. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. And today's video, we'll be talking about NBA BUSTS. The perfect person to watch is Gil Arenas. I love Gil Arenas' podcast. I love everything they talk about. They got to be the most funniest people on the internet right now. I'll make sure I leave this clip link in the description below. And let's get into it.
What? I'm just saying, that's who you gotta work with, brother.
But why do you think Kwame was trash, though? Why do you think that?
Honestly?
Yeah, honestly. Honestly, I feel like most of the guys that came in 6'11", 6'10" up.
So I ain't gonna lie, right? So I've heard Kwame Brown was trash, right? Look, I was born in 1998, so I don't necessarily remember when Kwame Brown used to hoop. So somebody please let me know if Kwame Brown was like that, because I really don't know. But I heard he was trash. I'm like, Stephen A. Smith said he couldn't catch a ball, couldn't make a post move, couldn't do nothing. So I don't know how trash he really was. So, but I don't know but that's the number one person. What I'm trying to say is the number one person everybody always says was a bust. Like, my personal opinion, personally me, the dude sitting next to Greg Oden, he was a bust. But I think he was a bust. No, forget that. No, scratch that. Anthony Bennett was trash. Let's talk about that. Anthony Bennett, trash. Anthony Bennett was trash. Like legitimately number one pick. He was a bust. He was a bum. Straight up bum. I know y'all agree with me on Anthony Bennett now. Anthony Bennett, come on, man. He was a bust. That's all I'm saying.
Has some type of something, man.
No, okay. The talent, skill, it was rough. Right, he needed skill.
He was out of high school.
He was out of high school, so
that's him and Tyson Chandler.
Yeah, so basically he was raw talent, right? Fast, quick. The problem, what is this? If you know you're lacking something, you work on it.
If you don't know you're lacking something, how can you work on it?
Then that's the problem.
You're supposed to be told by the people who draft you what to do.
Or you're basically, the problem is this. If you think you are it, or you think you know it, right? We all been there. If somebody thinks they know everything, I don't want. You're not accepting anything, right? You're not accepting knowledge because you think you know it.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Hey man, you need to work on your post moves and do all. I'm good. Don't worry about me. Oh, okay. Well, you need to get in shape.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. In high school, brothers hitting home. He hitting the core on this one. Cause I'm telling y'all, I think I could have been like that in football if I really would have honed my skills in. Seriously, honed my skills in like I was supposed to. But I also feel like nobody took the chance to really show me the way. Because you could be a great athlete, right? A great athlete. We probably all know him. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter where you're from, maybe from the hood, suburbs, it doesn't matter. But we all know a great athlete, but nobody's really taking the time to show that athlete how stuff properly works. Like how to do this, how to do that. You should be lifting weights. Or in football practice, you should actually be doing these. I want you to do these routes or work or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or in basketball, I play basketball too. But I wasn't as good as basketball as I was at football. Because at football, you know what I'm saying? We all know if you have, we've all seen the raw talent in football. You know what I'm saying? Meaning the dude super fast, he could jump out the gym, stuff like that. That was me. So I'm maybe if I had somebody that took the time to grab my hand and say, hey man, I want you to work on these routes every day after practice, or I'm going to show you how to properly run them. Maybe I wouldn't, I don't know, maybe I wouldn't have, joined the military. I have no idea, but hey, I'm just saying And he talking. Gil talking in this one, y'all.
You do this. I'm
That's 90% of the players.
No, but you're being hard.
Well, once we got our name called, we all became hard.
90% of the players.
Like you, right? You go against the grain, but you know you're doing it on purpose, right? Like if I say, all right, Rashad, we're going through a shootout, you're gonna be like, I ain't shooting, but secretly you taking 10,000 shots, right? To get your shit ready. Him, I'm not taking 10,000 shots. Fuck that. That's the problem. That was his problem. His problem wasn't that he didn't have the skill. The problem is he didn't want to do nothing. Like it came to the point where it's like, I'm scared to try and fail. I'd rather just not do it and then blame something else.
So what you're doing right now is you're validating the fact that he feels the way he feels because he was good enough to do that.
Hey,
you're good enough to feel that way. Now, you're not good enough to feel that way because you didn't get better, but you were good enough to be number one. You were good enough to have everybody envious of you being picked number one. You're not getting better, yes, that's on you. Okay. But to say a motherfucker not good, that's different.
Wait, no, it's not. You're not good. You were good. The problem is you were 18 good. He
was 11 years in the league good.
That was 13 career. That was cheap.
But look, that's what I'm saying. So let me translate that to the whole word bust.
So that's a fair point on Rashad's part, because it's like, I think as fans of the NBA, right? Like I think sometimes what we do is we'll say, right, like if a player is supposed to be really good and they end up like getting no minutes, whatever, like, yeah, he a bum. But in reality, if we take that player and we take that NBA player, take him to, now I ain't talking about no ball is life, but I'm talking about actually like a regular pickup rec game. They're cooking. They're getting 60, 70, 80. Like, they're cooking everybody in that gym. Like, I don't know if y'all know who, I think his name is Kevin Marshall. I'm from Woodbridge. I grew up in the Bridge in Virginia. So there's a dude named, is it Kendall Marshall? Kevin Marshall, Kendall Marshall, whatever his name is. He played in the league and he played for the Lakers, right? And he came to one of our gyms out there, the L City Rec Center. That's where he came, and I played him. And I was I think high school, and he was frying everybody in that gym that challenged him. But he got no burn in the league. You know what I'm saying? He got no tick in the league whatsoever. And I feel like we always have, or not come. Pause. Whoa. Pause. No, did he? I feel like we always have a situation where we don't look at what the player actually does. It's like, dog, if you play 13 years in the league, you're good. You wasn't great, but you were good. You were good enough to play 13 years in the league. You know what I'm saying? You weren't foreign out. Like, you played 13 years in the league. Like, y'all understand what I'm saying? Like y'all disagree with what I'm saying? Like, 13 years in the league is a long time, or 11 years, that's a long time. You feel me? Like, if you playing back, like you being a professional athlete, that is a long time. What if you made, $500 million or you made $20 million? Like, you play in the league for over 4 years, I would say, is a long time. You know what I mean?
Right? It's a very triggering word for those who didn't reach the expectations that were put out for them. Mm-hmm. Some people don't understand that dynamic. When you have an expectation and you fall short, what trauma that does to anybody who thinks it's a joke.
Yes.
It's traumatizing. I know about being called a bust. I wasn't number one pick. I wasn't number 3, but I had an expectation.
But what stopped it? Injury.
Me.
No injury.
No, it wasn't injury. It was me. I stopped me. I stopped me.
See, but that's, thank you. That's the difference. You're admitting you stop you. That's not that's the problem there.
Right.
He can't admit that, hey, they were picking on me, so I didn't want to be in. Like, it's
But you know why? You know why?
No, I know
Because
why.
they're still picking on him.
No, I know.
Still picking on him.
I was there when he got there. I was there.
Hey, speaking of that, Kwame, I said nothing bad about you because I know how he
can't look. This is what I'm saying. It's not a defending
I'm
thing.
gonna say this though.
He can't say it's me when y'all still picking on me, making me feel like it's you.
But it's that's what you admitted do and those who literally could not do.
Right.
Like
he could do,
but that's what he could do, and he just didn't.
If y'all don't know who this man is, that's Greg Oden. A lot of people call him a bust, but bro's really like that. Like, go watch his tape. Bro was really like that. Like, if he did not get injured at all, Portland would have been like that. For real. Like, seriously. If he didn't have all the injuries that he had, Greg Oden was really like that. Anthony Bennett! Trash.
He just didn't do it.
That's what I'm saying. It's easy for him to say, hey, listen, you know what? I looked up to these dudes, and they were picking on me. And as a young kid, I didn't want to be around that. So I didn't want to be in the gym with them. I didn't want to stay after with them. Like, I didn't want that. Like, this was these two motherfuckers was a negative environment for me. Doug Collins was fucking, I didn't want to be there. Right? So I'd rather just be at home. I didn't want to go to the gym. You can say that. That is reality. But don't pretend it's everything else.
That's real.
Like, I remember I said, like, when I got there, I said, I thought I was the shit. And reality kicked in. I'm not that good. I'm not here yet. I was depressed. I'm sitting on the bench. This is not the NBA that I thought it was. I'm not good enough. I'm depressed. I wanted to go home. I said, I can admit that. And Mark Jackson was like, no, you him. We just got to practice.
But that's what I'm saying.
You have to, if you can't admit something, you think it's everybody else's fault, that becomes a problem because you're not trying to grow.
I get it.
That's
That's
a fact.
what I'm
That's a
saying.
fact. That's real.
You're not trying to grow.
But when you're put in a position to play 13 years in the NBA, right? 13 years.
13 years.
Whatever I did in those.
Yeah, why be... Yo, why BJ think he a smooth ass nigga? That's a fact. That's real. BJ think he a smooth ass nigga, bro.
Those years are acceptable for me.
Okay.
So if you don't, outside of what I accept what I've done with my years, what am I saying to you? I didn't play 13 years. I played 4 years. And after looking at my per 36, for my 4 years that I played,
nice.
I don't feel bad about falling short of the expectation because I know I could have been. I know what I was doing. And so for guys like Greg, Kwame, all the guys on the outside, it's like, all right, I may not have taken advantage of my ability in the NBA. I might not have maximized my shit. I may have gotten hurt early and I didn't rehab to the maximum. I didn't take it as serious, whatever the case may be. Everybody got regrets, but that's where the mental health come in, where you got to understand there's other people going through the same type of shit. And sometimes it's out of your control. Sometimes when people then bring up those old scars, you have to fight for yourself and you have to attack everybody that's attacking you. I get it.
But that's the difference. Injury. Y'all had to accept something, right? So when you say 13 years, right, I'm sitting back like...
Yo, I was literally just thinking the perfect person for this conversation would have been Derrick Rose. So hold on. Before y'all try to gun me down for saying Derrick Rose. What I'm saying is, I think Derrick Rose would have been perfect for this conversation because Gil's talking about injury. Like, he's bringing injury in a lot of it. And I feel like having Derrick Rose there to talk about all the injuries that he went through, you know what I'm saying? Youngest MVP, I'm telling you, the kids nowadays don't know how oh my God. Derrick Rose, dog, was so tough. Like, I can't even, like, and it's not even me trying, like, I'm not even trying to meat ride right now, you know what I'm saying? I'm not dick riding. I'm being so real right now with y'all. Derrick Rose was so tough. Like, I can't even explain it. Watching Derrick Rose on TV. Well, y'all think John Morant and who else I got name y'all? John Morant, Anthony Edwards, who else? Malik Monk. I'm trying to think of all the people that like guards that dunk like that. Zach LaVine. Who else I can think, y'all? Shoot, even because with Kyrie, I think Kyrie was around that time. But Kyrie wasn't Kyrie then. But what I'm trying to say is, look, all those people, y'all think they were nice? Derrick Rose wasn't like that, bruh. Derrick Rose was like that. I feel like Derrick Rose was really the only true person that could have dethroned LeBron when he was in his Miami Heat days. Tell me if I'm wrong. D-Rose and the Bulls versus Miami Heat during it? Can't tell me nothing. D-Rose is like that. With Miami LeBron. Like that. So, I just feel like the perfect person for this combo, man, telling Derrick Rose, man, because like he could just talk about. He could talk. I just thought, was Derrick Rose a bust? Like, was he actually do y'all think he was a bust? Comment down below and let me know. See, that's a conversation we like. Was Derrick Rose a bust? Like,
if that's what you want to hang your hat on, is that you lasted 13 years. That becomes a problem because of this. Who you are of 13 years don't match what you did because of this. In our era, a healthy 7-footer, a healthy center made $10 million. Kenyon, there was a guy. He was a free agent. I heard the story of what you said. There was a free agent who averaged 3 points and 3 rebounds and got paid. What did you say as a free agent? Right? Shit, he averaged 3 and 3 and got that. Shit, I can average 6 and 6 and double that.
Yeah.
A dude signed $42 million, averaged 3 and 3 just because he was a big man.
Yeah.
He said, give me 80 fucking 4, I'll give you 6 and 6. that was it right now. So I'm saying, like, don't blame everybody else for what you decided to do. You decided to be.
But that's where I'm at with it. I'm at this point where even for Kwame, even for guys who've been in a position of the traumatic experience of blaming the whole experience, you've been blaming because you've turned into an investigator. We're trying to find out why this happened. What happened? Why it happened? How did it get here where this is not good enough for the people who I'm playing for? The numbers I'm giving you ain't good enough. Okay, I need to do more. Mm-hmm. But mentally, when you quit the game and you look back and you like, damn, motherfuckers really not fucking with all the work I put in? What?
I don't think people are owning that shit. I mean, that's kind of where
that's the problem. You own your.
I want them all to own.
I can't lie. The stuff Rashad is saying, like, I feel like he hitting on more of like life stuff. Like, it's not even about sports, dog. Cause like for me, right? First, I'm in the Marine Corps, right? And sometimes I feel like the work that you do gets so under, like nobody pays attention to it. Like you could do all this work and get no type of nothing for it. That's just my that's my experience. I feel like people go through all the time. People as people, we put in so much work and so much time and so much effort into stuff, and then it's like boom, like nobody cares. So I feel like the stuff that Rashad's saying, man, it's just so relatable because like I know exactly what he means. Like I know exactly what he means by like what he's saying with the whole like the part he just said he was like, you could put all this work in and like y'all not fucking with it. And it happens all the time. And I feel like, hey, bosses and leaders out there, y'all need to know, man, like, y'all can't be doing that. Because, like, something I always, I would tell my Marines or tell anybody is, like, you can work your hardest worker, right? Or sorry, you can work your hardest horse, right? You can work that horse all the time, nonstop. But eventually that horse is going to be like, hey, like, I need some recognition or something, because he going to look around, he or she, and see all these other horses that don't put as much work that, you know, he or she does and getting recognition. I'm like, so what's the point of me working hard? Why am I out here busting my butt every day and I'm not even getting a thank you, or I'm not getting a I appreciate you. I appreciate the work you're doing. People don't understand that. You just stop it and saying, hey, I appreciate the stuff you doing, man. I'm telling you, like, it goes a long, long way, man. Long way.
I want us all to be accountable, not only for what has happened in our careers, but where we are right now. All the former athletes are struggling and trying to figure out.
You can't grow if you don't own your shit.
Man, I want to come on. I have so many players. I want to come on the pod. I want to tell my story. I want to tell my story and tell my story. I know what your story is. I done went through it. Mm-hmm. Let me tell your story from my lens and then see if that can help you a little bit. Accountability, bro. This is all our fault.
You know, I'm not going to lie. Udonis Haslam said some shit to me. He was like, dude, he was out the league for 3 years, rehabbing every day. And I was literally sitting there like, shit, I ain't even thinking of it, because I just had the roll. I was like, I'm getting back. I'm going to get there. But also, we at this point now that we got to own our own shit. Like, everything I did, everything I just said, it's in the past, but it's still part of my fucking story.
Exactly.
I can't change that shit. That's why I hate them motherfuckers.
Yeah.
No, that motherfucker blew the whistle. What you talking about? It's done. It's called. Own that shit. Like, what are you talking about?
That's why I keep poking, because you don't want to own it. So you don't change. Don't change the history. The history is the history. Mm-hmm. You still alive, dog. You can still tell your story. Don't tell a story that you created to survive. Tell your actual story.
Well, I say
your story is your story. You can't run from it and pretend you were something else.
But you can help.
No, I tried. Now
you can try harder.
Now I just want to poke.
You can try harder, man.
I just want to poke.
Because if that bridge between you and him can be mended, it can help a lot of other people see it.
Like even me, I'm sitting here like, okay, you had Jordan or 18. Like I was, I had run-ins with Jordans, right? So I know mentally how he is, right?
Right.
I got to Washington after. Right? So I seen the effect on it. Me and him never had a problem because I already knew what he was going through. Right? I already knew, like, okay, let me just not even go there, right? So when he missed shots or this, I never said not a motherfucking thing. Right? I just let him be him. Right? Because I knew it mentally, it's gonna take take some time. He goes from MJ, then he goes over to Code. Oh, goddamn.
Worse.
Oh, goddamn. Worse. That's a 40-year-old fucker.
Worse.
Now you going to damn near 20-something? Oh, you in trouble. Right? That's why I never said I always.
So imagine the whoopings he been taking.
Oh, that is a crazy transition in your career. You go from 40-year-old Michael Jordan to, I think Kobe was 20-something-year-old at this time, when he was on one. I'm pretty sure Shaq is gone. It's my team or it's my team, and if you ain't good, get your ass on the bench. I'm pretty sure that's how Kobe was during that time. So hey man, damn. Now shit, if I was Kwame Brown too, I'd be traumatized.
And then he like y'all. If he thinking y'all can't whoop me, I'm about to whoop on y'all. Y'all ain't MJ and Cole. I don't give a fuck what y'all talking. So that's the energy that's been going back and forth. It's like,
but you gotta say it though. Like the only reason we having a problem is I'm telling you who you are. I don't know what you created, but you can't grow if you keep pretending you was something else. You pretending that if you played 36 minutes, you would have per 36 you'd average 11. You average 9, 11, goddamn, you played 30-something minutes. Like, grow. Because if you can't heal yourself, you can't move forward. Like me, the gun thing. I'm mad that they told on me, not realizing, motherfucker, I'm the cause of it. If I didn't do my part, there wouldn't have been no tale. But I can't keep blaming them for looking out for themselves. I should have looked out for myself. But there was a period of time where I'm looking at them. Oh, I was a franchise guy. This how they did me. This, I'm not growing. It's all black energy. When I had to look back and say, if I wouldn't have done my part, then they wouldn't have done their part. It's me. It's my problem. I gotta took me some years.
Wait, hold on, no. Kwame and Kobe and that motherfucker was like, no, give him the ball again. We was watching that. I was watching that motherfucking game. No, give him the ball again. Fucking terrible ass mother, like talking shit to his own teammate. That's disrespectful to the motherfucker.
Give him the ball.
Like, that's tough.
But
that's tough to go
starts off
sorry.
And that's where the growth should have happened early, right? When someone like Kobe's like, no, because you gotta remember when Kobe, he told Kobe, I don't want the ball. So Kobe's like, no, you're gonna keep giving that motherfucker the ball. We keep giving it to him, fuck him. And trying to make him grow, but that's Kobe's mind. Mm-hmm. He don't want him to know we're gonna keep giving it to him. But the problem already started a long time ago. Mm-hmm. But that's what I'm saying. But the problem.
That's another thing. Right, so you finally get the opportunity. This is, again, it's not how to be sports related. It's about life, y'all. You finally get the opportunity. You finally get somebody that Kobe probably internally wanted to see him grow. Internally, yeah, Kwame Brown. We all know Kwame trash, basura. Right, we all know that. Right, Kwame Brown is who Kwame Brown is, but at the same time, it's like, yes. We've all heard the stories of Kobe being an alpha dog, Kobe being an asshole, Kobe being a dickhead. We all know that, right? But you finally found somebody that possibly believed in you internally. He believed in you because he kept trying to give you the ball. He kept trying to give you the ball. Whether you want the ball or not. Trying to make you better. It's probably embarrassing, and you've probably never experienced because you're so traumatized. Yeah, that's what's wrong with us. We get so traumatized by stuff that happens in life, and then when we finally meet the person or we meet a group of people that are trying to uplift us and get us to become something, we backtrack. We do it every time. And that's what I think Kwame Brown did. Kwame Brown literally sat there, had the opportunity to probably, become something, and he literally just backtracked himself. He backtracked himself in the hole. And now he's who he is now. Because you never know. Let's say he took Kobe doing it and said, hey, Kobe, I want to go to the gym, get me right. Make me a great big man. Make me how you and Shaquille O'Neal, the Big Shaq, the Big Diesel. Show me how y'all two coexist, and show me how I can be something either not close to it, but something like you. No, not close to it. I'm sorry, that's not the word I'm trying to use. Show me how I can be as close to that to make you better and then make me better. And maybe Kwame Brown is, I'm not saying sit in the Hall of Fame, but he might get an All-Star here, All-NBA here. Maybe. He'd have maybe got that if he just took the chance of trying to get out of his shell. You know what I'm saying? We all have that problem of stopping blessings. We stop our own blessings. It's not other people. It's us. We stop us. It's not other people. If you really sit down and think about all the stuff you've been through in life, it's something that normally has to do with what you did. You stopped you from becoming what you're supposed to be. And now you have to redirect and revamp everything because of an action or a choice that you made that got you in the situation you are now. That's all I'm saying.
The problem is watching a teammate sit there every day like, if you just tell your story, trust me, the world gets lifted from you.
I know.
You're holding on. The more you keep lying about who you were, but I'm saying, the more you keep lying about who you are, the more you can't walk.
I know, but look,
North Carolina.
This is the problem.
Now, how you feel after that, though?
It's because people are trying to tell you who you are.
Because they see, no.
That's what's happening.
People who was there is trying to tell you who you are.
Yeah, whoever. But what's going on is the triggers are happening, and y'all trying to tell me who I am and what I went through, and I'm trying to tell y'all wrong. But y'all trying to tell me y'all right about my shit.
But the problem is, who's right? The person you telling who you are that you created because of all of this, or the people who was there to say, hey, no, come on, dog. Come on. Stop blaming him. That wasn't his fault. You just didn't go to the gym, dog. You didn't go to the gym. You went to the bar, right? Hey, if you couldn't handle the pressure, trust me. Back then, there was no guidance. We didn't fucking know what to do. So if you having a problem and you think drinking is the thing to do, okay, cool. But that was you. You did that.
But just say,
hey, man, look.
Circumstances are different when you got the pressure of being a number one pick and the motherfucker who drafted you do not fuck with you, do not want you, and they get rid of you until you go to another motherfucker who's like, man, why y'all give me this motherfucker? So think about what's going on.
But you...
It's triggering. Think about what you have to go through.
How do you...
And then you got other motherfuckers re-stabbing you. What's up? You remember this?
I mean,
you remember
we live in this age where you can make your own narrative. We live in social media age. So what you talking about, you gotta own your shit. No, I'm gonna make whoever I wanna be.
And that's the problem. Making whoever you wanna be, that's not survival.
And on that note, I feel like that's a good place to stop for us today.
Are you grown? That crazy, listen, you're crazy. Listen, you're crazy still, right? Right, you crazy still. But
there's nothing crazy about the truth, man.
But when you first came in here, everybody in the chat can say, when you first came in here versus who you are now, you grown. Mm-hmm. We all are different than when we first started the podcast.
I told you, when he first walked in,
when he first walked in, that energy you had, that is different. It's different.
Nothing is.
Hey, but what's crazy, I don't think y'all understand. I remember him. I remember looking up to this motherfucker. The energy he shows on this show, that was the energy that motherfucker walked around with. Yeah. That backwards, that was him.
But it's different. The nigga happy. Like, you're glowing, nigga.
Yeah. It's because I ain't got to go through shit.
Because you don't got shit. You don't got nothing on you.
I had a pathway I had to mend. I had to go through this shit. I had to go through the trenches.
Thank you.
I had things in the way to even sit here.
Yes.
Right? But I had accountability as well.
Yes, sir.
Let me clean up my
your mess.
Let me clean up, what I say about people. I'm going to make it a lot harsher. I love it. I not give a fuck a lot more.
I love it.
Documented.
Man, that was a great episode, man. Like seriously, like a really good episode. But like I said, man, like accountability is a thing. Like it is a real genuine thing that we have to start doing. You have to be accountable for your actions, right? But at the end of the day, to actually talk about, what the end talk about like the video was, like I said, like I think that some of these busts out there that we label are bust, it kind of sucks that we label them as that if they got injured. I feel like injuries save you from being called a bust. That's my personal opinion. I feel like if you was on your way to be like that, right? You're on your way to be like that, and for some strange reason, right, you got injured a lot. I don't think you're a bust. But I do believe Anthony Bennett, people like Anthony Bennett, who actually was not injured and came in the league and was just dog dookie, that's different. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think those are busts. Derrick Rose, I don't think is a bust. I really thought about the entire video. Derrick Rose can't be a bust. Brandon Roy, hey, look up Brandon Roy. Brandon Roy was like that. He's not a bust. He got injured. I think he tore his ACL and he just stopped playing basketball. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But Brandon Roy was like that. For real. Was like that. So I'm like, that's my personal opinion. I feel like if you were injured, you're not a bust. But if you came in the league, was drafted, you played a season, and you just stunk up the place, you're a bust. And you didn't, like, you never improved or got better, you're a bust. My personal opinion. But hey, follow my socials. They're down below. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and shoot me your suggestions for the next video we should react to.